Can you believe it? We must, we can, we will. We started that capital campaign almost 3 years ago to face some of the real challenges that we had here at the parish, especially with our physical facilities. We must, we can, we will, we said, because we knew we needed to do it and it hadn't been done for so long. I'm here just to say thank you so very much for all your support and all the contributions that helped make this campaign a success. Yeah, we're not quite finished yet, another month or so, but as a matter of fact, it was amazing what the Lord allowed us to accomplish, even in the midst of what we were facing as a country, as one of the most deep recessions that we've had since the Great Depression. And we were so fearful when we started, thinking, we'll never be able to do anything. We've been planning and thinking about these things for so long. But as a matter of fact, the Lord dearly blessed us. $1.6 million was pledged, and to date we have about $1.4 million that has been collected. That's fantastic, and certainly has been used very, very wisely. Our master plan committee did a fantastic job of really being very careful. One of the big dreams we've had in the parish was to be able to put air conditioning in the school. Well, not just air conditioning, because we knew the boiler was going out. The building is older. The engineers helped us, even though the first bid that came in was so far out of line. So as a matter of fact, we're able to save money on our energy costs. 35 to 40%, even though we've had a very mild winter. But we know it's going to pay off.
Without the air conditioning, it was very hard to keep the students' attention, to keep them focused. With the air conditioning now, I can teach a full lesson in the classroom straight off at the beginning of the year without having to repeat what we're trying to teach for the first 2 weeks of school.
It had gotten very hot and all we have was fans. So it is very nice that we have air conditioning now.
Do they still make bread the same way? It's been nice for me not to have to shout over the fans.
We just had wind from every direction and it would usually just blow our papers all over the place. There was just no escaping that.
It's nice when you come inside and you're relieved with cool air and not the same hot, suffocating air you have outside.
You can focus on your schoolwork and you don't have to constantly be like, oh, I'm so hot, and you're not even looking in the right direction and you're not focusing on the class or classwork.
I can pay attention more than rather worry about my heat.
Well, that air conditioning is just such a big contribution to our school because it makes it probably 90% cooler and it's just not so hot.
Now we can say, our school is cool, as the kids like to say.
That nothing is impossible with God.
Other tasks and jobs were able to be accomplished too. Not everything. We knew we wanted to do some windows in the school. We thought that would be important. And as well as fix the plumbing in those 2 bathrooms. It was going to be a huge expense, but guess what? Now we were surprised by some things we didn't know. When we discovered by engineers looking at our church roof that it was sliding off and that we were going to have to spend almost $500,000 to get it fixed, well, it cost around $400,000. But the fact is, that took some more of our challenge and it took a bit more of contributions to meet that. And another surprise that came along was a heating system in the gymnasium of the school, which is about a $90,000 project.
We did get a surprise in the gym in that we had to replace the entire heating units. One of the units on one side failed completely and the other side was ready to go out. So we spent a lot of money to pull those all out. And you can see from the new vents we have a new energy efficient furnace for the gym. Provides a lot of comfortable heating for the winter time. In order to replace the heating units here in the gym, we had to pull out the entire ceiling, take the lights down, pull out the window, and of course abate some asbestos. We then brought the new units in through the window, mounted them in the ceiling, and then put in a brand new drop ceiling and some energy efficient lighting fixtures. Now our locker room is nice and bright, but more importantly we have great heating out in the gym for PE classes, basketball and volleyball games, and evening activities. One of the first projects we did at the start of the capital campaign was to patch and paint all the walls here in the cafeteria and pull down the drop ceiling, put new ceiling tiles, paint the grid work, put in new light lenses, energy efficient bulbs, and updated our cafeteria.
All of the staff have noticed all the changes. We notice all the hard work that's been going into these changes. We are very, very grateful for all of the contributions that have been made to improve our school and the facilities around us.
So you see, with the monies and the support you've given, so much has been able to be accomplished. Really phenomenal. I just need to say thank you for all of that.
I think it's very great that the Capital Campaign would do this for us.
Thank you for taking up your time to help us.
I think everyone at school is very appreciative.
I think that's really cool that they would donate that kind of money to help our school.
I just want to say thank you, and I would probably say, you rock, and give them a hug.
When you walk into our school now and our parish facilities, it looks like a top-notch place to be.
You know, we realize that we're at this particular point in our history, and we have to continue to look down the road. Yes, we must, we can, we will. We've accomplished that part. Now we need to look, to the future. The next generation has to face up to lots of things in the parish, and we're going to be able to provide things for them in the second phase. But that's just a little introduction to that, and I know you will be as generous and supportive of that phase as well. So again, thank you everyone, and may God bless you for all your sacrifice and all the ways in which you supported and helped.
I wanna thank you, God.